The best anime games for PC are as wildly varied as the Japanese film, television, and manga from which they are inspired. Whether you fancy being trapped in a school with a sadistic remote-controlled bear, defending yourself from gargantuan humanoid monsters, or joining a book club with a dark side, there are plenty of anime games for PC to choose from. We've got everything from the biggest games based on Japan's hottest export shows, through the finest JRPGs, to anime MMOs influenced by the signature anime style. Dragon Ball, Attack on Titan, and Naruto are all present and correct, plus a few other gems you may not have heard of before. This list is especially good if you're looking for your fix of this distinctive form of Japanese animation, but find your wallet can't stretch to full-price AAA releases. If you're after free anime games, look no further than the charming open-world Genshin Impact or beloved anime MMO FighterZ. Here are the best anime games. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is a free-to-play RPG like almost nothing else we've seen. It's got polish, a solid main story, a gorgeous and activity-packed open world, co-op, cross-play, a relatively unobtrusive paywall, and it's an anime game. It's been referred to as Anime Breath of the Wild, and while that comparison doesn't tell the whole story, it does give you a taste of how important the open world is in this game. As soon as you're set loose from the tutorial, you'll lose countless hours as the open world pulls in every direction, with camps of enemies to clear out for chests, puzzles to solve using environmental abilities, and resources to craft and cook with. Unlike Breath of the Wild, you can explore the gorgeous world of Teyvat with up to 3 other friends, too, thanks to crossplay and co-op support. Final Fantasy XIV. If you're looking to scamper around a lovingly crafted open world as a doe-eyed anime protagonist, searching for adventure astride a chocobo, in one of the most polished and consistently evolving MMOs of all time, look no further than Final Fantasy XIV. The original Final Fantasy XIV was a disappointment, to say the least, but since the remake, A Realm Reborn, launched in 2013, the game has been praised extensively for its endearing story, visual appeal, and innovative approach to class leveling. Instead of needing to make alts to experience the various classes in the game, Final Fantasy XIV allows you to switch your weapon at level 10 and start leveling a different class, allowing you to inhabit whatever role you feel like while still playing as the same adorable character you've grown attached to. Regular updates, as well as larger expansions like Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, have kept fans entertained for years. The game has a lot more to offer than the standard MMO leveling experience, from in-game wedding ceremonies where you can pledge your undying love to a fellow gamer, to near automata-themed content that does a fantastic job of bringing the haunting atmosphere of Square Enix's mechanical RPG to Final Fantasy XIV. Battle Chef Brigade. Battle Chef Brigade is a gorgeously realized cooking game that combines 2D brawler combat against various monsters and a puzzler-based cook-off. Essentially, you'll need to hunt and kill your ingredients before taking them back to the kitchen to whip up a tasty feast. This anime fantasy adventure pits you against other contestants, where you'll ascend through a high-stakes tournament, capturing and preparing your ingredients in front of a panel of judges. As well as a story mode, Battle Chef Brigade has local multiplayer and various daily challenges including free-to-play and survival mode, so you can experiment and extend your recipe repertoire. Battle Chef Brigade pairs light RPG progression, an extensive range of monsters and maps, a charming story and beautiful art design to create an anime game to test your cooking chops. MapleStory 2. Fans of anime games mustn't overlook this charming MMO gem. MapleStory 2 is a massively multiplayer sequel from Korean developer Nexon, and it's full to bursting with creative potential. With many rich, vibrant environments to explore and battle in, MapleStory 2 will certainly keep you busy. Not only can you build and design a home in your own little slice of Maple World, the character customization options are endless, too. Whether you favor the high-damage heavy gunner or the stealthy assassin class, you have loads of options to make your perfect anime-style avatar. Check out our MapleStory 2 guide for additional starting tips. With mini-games, public events, dungeons, and more to enjoy with friends, MapleStory 2 is a must for anime and MMO buffs alike. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy. We've all sat there helplessly as we watch Making a Murderer or The People vs. O.J. Simpson, yelling at our screens as we hunger to see justice done. As defendants and plaintiffs alike perspire in the dock, we can only watch on as a hotshot lawyer finds the tiny scrap of crucial evidence mere mortals would miss. Evidence that can mean the difference between liberty and a lifetime in the slammer. Now we have an anime game that lets us be that star of the courtroom in Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy. As our Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy impressions contends, there's nothing quite like scouring every inch of the case to gather evidence and testing that hard-earned knowledge in a trial, a coliseum of eyes all around you. The joyous melodrama of rookie attorney Phoenix's big court showdowns plays out like a fighting game, where your incisive arguments and cries of "take that" and "hold it" strike your opponent into stunned silence. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Taking place long before the era of Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth, The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles stars Phoenix's forefather, Ryanosuke Naruhodo, who set sail to 19th century England from Japan, and is tasked with uncovering the truth behind a series of mysterious happenings. On his travels, he meets legendary detective Sherlock Sholmes. Though he's based on Arthur Conan Doyle's famous protagonist, Sholmes is not quite as shrewd. Fortunately, Ryanosuke is there to help him sift through the facts. With all the wit and eccentricity of the original Ace Attorney games, Chronicles is a must-play for visual novel fans and budding detectives. Dragon Quest XI. In Dragon Quest XI, you play as a young man who discovers that he is the reincarnation of a legendary hero and sets off on a journey to solve the mysteries of his past. For both anime and video games, this is pretty standard fare, but this narrative acts as the bedrock for Dragon Quest's tense turn-based battles and innumerable side quests. Dragon Quest XI has retained some amazing talent throughout the years, such as beloved manga and anime artist Akira Toriyama, who is known for the Dr. Slump and Dragon Ball series. Toriyama has designed the characters since Dragon Quest's first release back in 1986, his bright and colorful designs imbuing the magical world of these anime games with personality and character for over 2 decades now. They're exceptionally gorgeous games, which is attested by some very high Dragon Quest XI review scores. Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. We looked jealously on as our console cousins enjoyed the whimsical delights of Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, but now, all is forgiven. The sequel might be without the original Ni no Kuni Studio Ghibli, but the faster Ni no Kuni 2 gameplay ensures that Level 5 have finally brought one of the best anime games to PC. This time you don the finery of deposed child King Evan Pettywhisker Tildrum. The devilish rodent that is Otto Mausinger is running the show in the idyllic society of Ding Dong Dell now, and you're going to need a number of ways to take back your Ni no Kuni 2 kingdom. Besides overwhelming your foes in large-scale Ni no Kuni 2 RTS battles, the best way to do this is start a new one. This is where Evermore comes in, your new civilization that you can build from the ground up by recruiting specialists from across this beautiful anime world. And Higgledies are the cutest little critters in any anime game. Dragon Ball, Xenoverse 2. We could not put together an anime list without mentioning Dragon Ball. Xenoverse 2 is one of the best anime games for PC, and a fantastic addition to the famous series. If you are looking for an ambitious MMO-like title with an authentic, fanservice-filled story that slots nicely into the DBZ canon, look no further than this stellar anime game. Xenoverse 2 sees you flying around expansive landscapes and taking on quests with other players with a view to building your power. Series favorites pluck you out of the sky to engage in frenetic arena brawls, forcing you to experiment with a wide range of special abilities. Dragon Ball FighterZ. Not only one of the best anime games, but also one of the finest fighting games ever made, Dragon Ball FighterZ is a love letter to the characters of everyone's favorite show. Its fantastic graphical style makes every punch, kick, and spirit ball look like it was taken straight from the anime, resulting in the most authentic-looking Dragon Ball game to date. The game features a huge roster of characters, which we run down in our Dragon Ball FighterZ character guide. No matter if Piccolo, Goku, or Buu is your favorite, everyone is accounted for here. And with easy-to-understand controls, there is nothing stopping you from getting involved. Attack on Titan. The attractive art style of Attack on Titan sits nicely alongside the best anime games for PC. Fans of the manga and the TV show will feel right at home here as they boost and swing around cities, forests, and the game's titular titans. The premise, of course, is decidedly less appealing at first. Developers Omega Force thrust you into the shoes of Eren as he and his companions scrap legions of massive, but mindless, naked humanoid giants with a penchant for devouring human flesh, titans, in other words. The story in this anime game fits well with the established canon as you get to slashing some Titan X. Tales of Symphonia. Originally a GameCube title, this anime game graced the PC with its charming presence in 2016. If you missed it, all you need to know is that it is a classic that could rank among the best RPGs on PC. Tales of Symphonia is set in the world of Silverant, hanging in the balance amidst an overwhelming evil and steadily depleting mana. But legend has it that a chosen one, in other words, you, will one day rise and bring their homeland back from the brink. This fifth installment is not only the strongest in the Tales series, but one of the best anime games on PC. Symphonia's gameplay is centered on a classic real-time battle system, allowing you to experiment with many and various techniques, spells, and strategies. This is a tale that you will remember long after the end credits. Doki Literature Club Plus. There is little more wholesome than a book club. Hundreds of thousands of words, and the odd knockoff DVD, infinitely expand our horizons, transporting young and old to all sorts of new worlds. The Doki Literature Club, on the other hand, is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Don't be fooled by the cute exterior of Team Salvato's band of bookworms, as this visual novel has a number of distressingly dark layers hidden beneath. When Doki Literature Club hit Steam in September 2017, it quickly became a surprise cult hit with over 2 million downloads, recognized as one of the best anime games for PC thanks to its arresting, emotive narrative, one that's best not spoiled. The Plus version expands the original with a helping of new content. If you have a free few hours and a hearty disposition, make sure you give this anime game a go. Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Most of us, at some point, have wished to be one of those special kids, plucked from their ordinary surroundings to attend a famous school. Usually, it's Hogwarts, admittedly. But for Hajime Hinata, Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair's protagonist, he realizes his dream to attend Hope's Peak Academy, a prestigious school for ultimate pupils. It is at this point that this anime game transforms into something far darker. Your classroom melts away into what appears to be a tropical island, once you are introduced to your teacher, Usami. Usami is also a pink bunny. Yeah. Its zany story aside, It is the equally weird set of characters and engaging investigative gameplay that puts Danganronpa 2 up there with the best anime games for PC. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst. Naruto Shippuden is the ultimate manga superhero fantasy, with books, TV, and anime games galore. That said, you'll have a hard time fully grasping the story of Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst if you don't have wide knowledge of the canon. But, if you take the time to dive into this sprawling anime series, or just like punching things as an incredibly cool ninja, you'll find one of the best anime games for PC. This Bandai Namco fighting game is similar in structure to its predecessor, Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, so you can expect to scrap your way through a 12-hour story that explores classic Naruto themes such as friendship and brotherhood. In an interesting spin on the wider narrative, ultimate decision moments are forks in the road that allow you to either follow or diverge from events lifted from the canon. Either side of fighting, you can engage in some JRPG-like objectives like taking on side quests, shopping, and item collecting. Undoubtedly the most complete Naruto game, this is an anime game that is not to be missed. And there you go, the best anime games on PC. There's plenty in this to keep you occupied if this kind of Japanese animation style is your thing, but it'd be remiss of us not to give you even more games to bulk out your pile of shame. Thanks for watching.